Good morning. So I'm just sitting in the car waiting for it to warm up because we're about to head to the gym and hit some legs today. And I think we're only going to do some cardio and then some hamstrings and accessory work because my legs are still gassed from the other day that we hit legs. So I think we're just going to go in there, keep it pretty light, hit our cardio at the beginning, because I'm always bad about if I try and do cardio at the end, I always end up talking myself out of it because after I do my workout and I get gassed out and exhausted from pushing weights and stuff like that, I never end up hitting cardio. So today we're gonna start with that at the beginning to make sure we actually hit it today, and then we'll go into some weight training, but it's probably only gonna be some accessory work. We'll do a little bit of hamstrings and then probably some abductor and then adductor work, and then that'll pretty much be it today. It's going to be a short one. It's going to be quick. It's going to be slightly intense at a moderate pace or at a moderate exertion level. See how much we can push out with our legs already being pretty exhausted from the other day. But once the car warms up, we're going to go ahead and head out to the gym, and then I'll meet y'all guys there.
Came from the bottom, down below. Maybe them cold night, I was sleeping on the floor. All you dream about it for.
All right, so we just got done with cardio and warm up. We did about 20 minutes on the treadmill, and then did about 3 or 4 moderate sets of lying hamstring curls. So now we're trying to do some seated. See how these feel. My quads are toast, so this upper pad actually makes them super sore, but we're gonna try and push through it just for maybe like 2 sets, and then we'll move on to something else. We're doing some moderately heavy weight to counteract the intensity so we can keep a good intensity going without going too heavy. I'm just shortening my rest times than normal. So normally like I'll do like a 2-ish minute, 3-minute rest time or whatever. Usually about as long as it'll take for like another person to hit a set, and then maybe like a little bit extra. But instead we're only doing like 30 seconds to a minute of a rest to keep the heart rate up, keep the intensity up. That way we're still getting in a good workout and not just wasting time without lifting heavy weight, and keeping it at that moderately heavy, moderately light weight. And they got us super hot in here today, so I feel like my cardio is just continuing on from the treadmill. And for these, I go lighter weight, higher reps. So I usually shoot for like the 15 to 20 range at a lighter weight. So like right now I'm doing 110 pounds. And then when we're done with these, it's gonna be the same logic, but we're gonna spin the pads around and we're gonna do some abductions going outwards to work the outer portions of our hips. These are super important. A little sus machine, just hitting a couple sets of these every once in a while will help blow up your squat, because I used to never do these, and then I still don't do them super often, but doing these and strengthening up your hip muscles will help increase movements like your barbell squat, your deadlifts, even your leg presses and stuff like that, because they're so small and so overlooked, but they're such a big component to anything that has to do with like your lower body. And the other bonus is that when you build out that inner muscle of your thighs, it helps make your thighs look a lot wider when you're posing if you're doing like competitions, because we don't want to be like little schoolgirls looking for a thigh gap. We want our thighs to be as wide as possible. And I think we're gonna hit one more and then we're gonna spin it around. We flip the pads around, so now we're gonna be hitting abductors, which are the outer portions of our hip. And we'll probably do about 3 sets here as well. And then honestly, that might be it. You can go a little bit heavier on the outer portions of your hip because your muscle is gonna be bigger and thicker, stronger, and able to take that wear and tear as opposed to your inner hip. So I bumped up the weight to about 30 pounds. And then the other key is if you don't feel it a lot when you're upright like this, the other trick that you can do is lean forward at the waist and then hit them. Because if you look at the anatomy of your hip flexors, and you can see the direction of the fiber. Because when you're trying to build muscle, the key is, no matter the exercise or the muscle group, is you want to be able to follow best path for the muscle fibers to induce that resistance and that stretching of your muscles. So for example, when you are bench pressing, it's hitting the middle part of your chest, which the fibers go completely outwards. However, your upper chest and your lower parts of your chest are gonna be different. Your upper chest are gonna go up and out like this towards your shoulders. It's gonna be attached to your shoulders and your collarbone. And then same thing for your lower chest, they're gonna be pointing in like this. That's why you have those different angles of exercises. So for your hip flexors, leaning forward like that, just slightly, is going to give you that direction of travel for the weight that you want to induce the greatest amount of stretch. So since my muscle fibers are like this, here is okay, but it's really only stretching that bottom portion just a little bit. However, leaning forward is pulling those muscles even tighter, and then they're adding that extra resistance with the weights and the machines induces the highest levels of stretching that you can, because that's the goal. If you want to build muscle, induce the highest levels of stretch and for those muscles that you possibly can come up with, no matter whatever variations you have to do. That's why some machines work for some people, some machines work for others. You have to find what works for you, what gives you the highest levels of stretch. You have to find what causes the greatest amounts of muscle growth for you, not for somebody else, not for your buddy, not for your mom, not for your cousin, for you. It's your weights, it's your body, it's your progress. If you want to take extra time to reach the same level that you could reach in half the time, just because you want to do a certain exercise that doesn't work for you, that's up to you. But if you want to get the greatest amount of results as fast as possible, you have to find those machines that work the best for you. Enough talking. Let's hit our last 2 sets. All right, so that's a wrap. Just got done. Told y'all it was gonna be quick and simple. Couple exercises, got some blood flow. It was pretty much just a recovery day. I mean, went in at the beginning, obviously with not having high hopes as far as lifting too heavy or anything. I feel like we got the goal accomplished. Hit some cardio at the beginning, a little bit of exercises just for some muscle stimulation, and then we finished off with about 10 minutes of sauna, or until I died on Subway Surfer. All in all, it was a pretty good workout. It did start getting super busy on the way out, so I'm glad we kept it short today. But I am a little perturbed, word of the day, because I lost my wrist wrap. So now I gotta go and order me a new set, and I don't know if I want to get the Gym Reaper ones again, or if I want to attempt at trying a different brand of straps or wraps. I don't know, we'll see. I gotta look around. If you have any recommendations, let me know. But we're just gonna head home. We're gonna cook up some grub, some high protein, and then I think that's pretty much it. And then we're just gonna relax and then just go on about our day. But that's gonna be a wrap for today. Peace.
Everything that we do exclusive, make sure that it's all inclusive. I was taught make no excuses. As a man, you can't be useless. Man up cause these people ruthless. Hoes down, these thoughts clueless. Lobster Mac, I'm up at roof. Chris, from my tone, you peep the smoothness. In this world, you get the loot. Then your dreams is gonna be lucid. Fool me one time, shame on you. Second time, you gonna be foolish. All that BS.